Howdy music fans, thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to have a look at my Kinks CDs. I've been seeing online people doing reviews and rankings, and Jamie Cottle did an unboxing of the Arthur album, big box set, 4 CD I think, or 5 CD collection. So I thought I'd get inspired to finally go through my Kinks CDs. So here we go. I've recently been filling in the holes with their later albums, which I never thought I would like in the past, but turns out I do. This was something, I'll start with this actually, A Flower to Be Looked At, Volume 7. This is one of those ones that I did an unboxing with a while back. It's a bootleg of a bunch of live shows. If you've seen those, I've done a bunch of these videos from this company where I've got several of their packages like this. They've got 4 to 5 discs, each one of them, and they're nice enough to run me a deal usually because I buy a bunch from them. I haven't in a while. These are all shows from 79 and 80. So, and it says Flower to Be Looked At, Volume 7, which leads me to believe there's 6 more. And I believe this goes up to like Volume 11 or something. And they have another one of these sets for the Kinks, so crazy. All right, here we go. Kinks, the Kinks, their first album, with, let's see, what's on here. Beautiful Delilah, a lot of covers. Cadillac, Well You Really Got Me is on this. Long Tall Shorty, of course, that's a cover. And Stop Your Sobbing, that's a beautiful, wonderful Ray Davies song. So that the Pretenders covered as well. There's a whole lot of bonus tracks on here. It's basically 2 albums. There's the inside. This song here is from State of Confusion right now, I think. Cliches of the World. And I can't do the rankings. I can just tell you what I think of the albums that I have, which may be all of them at this point. I don't have Percy, the soundtrack. I don't know anything about that really, but the rest of them I think I have. And I think they're relatively in chronological order. There's probably a mistake here or there, but in general they're in chronological order. There might not be a mistake. Kinda Kinks, next one. Probably their second album, I imagine. Let's see, does this one have any of the big hits from the early days? I See My Friends, that's one I recognize. The rest of these, Tired of Waiting for You, there it is, okay. A lot of these covers on here, old R&B tunes and rock and roll tunes and blues tunes, much like the Stones and the Beatles did. But they did a lot more of them, I think, it seems to me. And some of them are kind of frenetic and crazy and chaotic and a little too much for me. But they're good. I mean, I like them. I listened to a couple of these just recently, and I liked them better than I remembered in the past. But I definitely like them better as they progress through their career, as they grow as an artist, as a band. The Kink Controversy, there's the next one. This one has Milk Cow Blues. Let's see, Till the End of the Day. Okay, that was one that was a radio-friendly hit. Where Have All the Good Times Gone? Dedicated Follower of Fashion is a bonus track. That doesn't seem like it was actually on this. Sitting on My Sofa. Yeah, I think they got better and better as they went. And I can, comment on what are my favorite albums, and I'll do that as I go. But these reissues here are very nice. Really nice reissues, nice booklets. And I like the CDs looking like a vinyl album. That's pretty cool. And the label, I believe, I thought it was Koch, but that might not be right. I'm not sure what the label is. It's hard to tell. I can't even read it. Anyway, these are reissues. A lot of these, not all of them. I don't have hardly any of the digipacks though. Face to Face. This is not a reissue. This is just the regular album. This one I like. I like as they're getting Party Line's a little bit of a silly song, but they're getting more. These are all written by Ray Davies, every one of them. it looks like. And Holiday in Waikiki is a good one, and Sunny Afternoon, of course, is a great one. House in the Country, I like that. Session Man. I mean, there's definitely some good stuff on here. I don't know if there's much in the booklet here. It doesn't look like it. It's going to be one of those. They're doing Chuck Berry song. Probably on one of those first three I just went through. Because now they're starting to get much more into British pop rock band and with Ray Davies writing everything. Here we have, or Dave Davies. Death of a Clown, David Watts, two great songs. Harry Rag is a great song. Waterloo Sunset, Lazy Old Sun, Love Me Till the Sun Shines. This one is Something Else by the Kinks. This is one I really like a lot. And this is another one that I believe is all or almost all originals by, I hate when you can't get these out of here though. Let's see, do we have songwriters in here? Ray Davies, okay, so it looks like it is all Funny Faces, Dave Davies, Love Me Till the Sun Shines. Oh, yeah, I remember that song. I do like that song. That's Dave Davies. I thought Death of a Clown was Dave Davies because I think he sings it, but it says Ray Davies. So, Death of a Clown is one of my favorite Kinks songs, of which there are many. This, there's a store I go to sometimes that if something is a little bit dinged up, they put a sticker on it that says scuff and they sell it cheaper. So this is the 3-disc set of the Village Green Preservation Society. 3-disc set. So disc 1 is stereo, disc 2 is mono. Each of them have bonus tracks, and disc 3 is rarities. Just crazy, all this stuff on here. And they're doing this with all of them, you know, or many of their earlier albums. They've put out these reissues that have at least one CD worth of stuff that wasn't on the original. And they're putting them out like where you get one CD in stereo, one CD in mono, which I guess is cool. I like the rarities and the extra bonus cuts and the extra tracks and stuff. I like that. This one has several iterations out of, you know, many different CDs. It's got a double CD, I think, a single CD with extra tracks. This triple, I think it's got a 4-disc set. It's got just so much. It's kind of, I don't get it all, but why they do that. Same with this one, Arthur or the Decline and Fall of the British Empire. So this is the one that Jamie Cottle was doing the other day. Looked gorgeous, the set that he had. It was a brand new, I don't know how old the video was. Brand new set though. He unboxed and opened up with 4 or 5 CDs, a couple of 7 inches, and a beautiful book and postcards, I think, all kinds of stuff. But this has Victoria, one of their absolute best songs. Yes or No, Sir. Brainwashed, Mr. Churchill Says. A lot of great songs on here. And look at all, this whole second column is all bonus tracks. So that's just crazy. That's just nuts. King Kong, Plastic Man. Yeah, he was quite the writer, quite the prolific writer, Ray Davies. And maintained quality. Maintained quality. I was watching another Kinks video by Pete Pardo at Sea of Tranquility, and he was talking about, he ranked them. He did a nice job. I thought it was really cool. And he talked about how they never really had a big monumental hit album that put them over the top, like Exile on Main Street or Sgt. Pepper's or Who's Next, those bands, the Beatles, Stones, and Who. And so the Kinks kind of got a little left behind in that British invasion thing, even though they are really one of the top 3 in my opinion, or top 2 in my opinion. I think the Stones and then the Kinks, or the Stones and the Who, and then the Kinks are like the top. I know everybody loves the Beatles, and the Beatles are great. I'm not a big fan. That they're certainly great, but those they just don't move me as much as the Stones, the Who, and the Kinks. But the Kinks still never really, they got lots of great songs, but not lots of great albums. Which this Pete Pardo is making that point, and I got to agree with him on that. Anyway, this is Lola versus Power Man and the Money Go Round. This one is another one, a great one. I don't know why it's called Part 1, but I think there's a reissue with an extra disc called Part 2, maybe. I might get that eventually. But this has, of course, Lola, which is a killer song. Don't get tired of that one. 8 Man, I love that song. Money Go Round, I like that one. Top of the Pops, I like that one. I mean, I like this whole album, as I recall. Haven't listened to these in a while. And he's very British, you know, you got to, if you're into that. And a lot of the stuff, you know, I don't know what it means because it's all so British. But, so these are a couple of Dave Davies, it looks like, and then the rest are Ray Davies. Everything is very British with the Kinks, and, you know, a lot of references that if you don't know that stuff, which I don't really, you might not get it. But I still just enjoy the band so much. I don't like everything that they do, but I do love this band. Everybody's in show business. This is another showbiz. This is another one that I think was reissued as a double CD, and it's got a whole bunch of songs. This is great. Here Comes Yet Another Day, Maximum Consumption, Hot Potato, Sitting in My Motel, Motorway. I like all of those songs. I mean, Muswell Hillbilly, Alcohol. This is just really great. I don't know what this album is. If this is a live album, it's a weird one. I feel like maybe it's BBC stuff. That's probably not correct, but they have they have a few albums that you're just kind of like, what is this? You know, but it's an album. I don't think it's live, and if it is, it might be a collection. God, maybe this is if it's a collection, if it's a compilation, it's a really weird one because it has lots of stuff on there that is not a hit or anything, but they have a ton of compilations, this band. Lots of compilations. And many of the compilations have songs that aren't on anything else. So maybe that's a compilation. I should look into that. This is one of their stellar albums. Muswell Hillbillies has 20th Century Man, which I love. Acute Schizophrenia, Paranoia Blues, I love that. Holiday, Skin and Bone, Alcohol. See, these are all, a bunch of these are on this. Complicated Life, Here Come the People in Gray to Take Me Away. Have a Cup of Tea, Oklahoma, USA, Holloway Jail, Uncle Son, Muswell Hillbilly, and the extras are Mountain Woman and Kentucky Moon. I like every song on this. Maybe these are the ones done by Koch. Yeah, Koch and Velvo. I think that says Koch. Can barely read it because of the it's in its little logo. Oh, that sounds like Dave maybe singing this one. Yeah. Everywhere you look, it's the logo. You can't see it out of its crazy scripted writing. It looks. Oh, maybe it's Conk, which I don't know what Conk is. Koch I know does a lot of, but they do a lot more country, I think. Anyway, the Preservation Act. This is a play in 2 acts, and this is a pretty crazy thing that they did, like a rock opera type thing. But of course, it's no Tommy, as we know, because no one's ever heard of it, unless you're a Kinks fan, right? And I rebought this recently. I used to have it, and I got rid of it, and now I've just started getting back into the Kinks so much. I'm becoming a completist with this band, and I decided I'm going to get it all. Lyrics. And I listened to this recently, and I liked it, and I actually think I liked it way back when. I don't know why I got rid of it. It's an interesting set of songs. Nothing jumps out at me, but Here Comes Flash, I remember that one. Sitting in the Midday Sun, I remember that one. I don't know all these. Oh, Sweet Lady Genevieve, I like that one. But anyway, that's pretty good. Soap opera, I do remember this one. Everybody's a Star and Ordinary People. This is another one that I got rid of and rebought again recently. And this is, I do like this one quite a bit. The bonuses are Everybody's a Star, Ordinary People, and You Make It All Worthwhile. That's a great song. Underneath the Neon Sign. And I think those are just kind of remixes and different edits. They are such a prolific band. I mean, so much of their stuff on these albums, and then so much on these compilations that they put out that are not on the albums. It's just insane. So much material. Schoolboys and Disgrace. This is one that I do remember liking quite a bit. I think this has Ducks on the Wall, Jack the Idiot Dunce, Ducks on the Wall. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's on this one. Where is that one? Ducks on the Wall's on this one. Yeah, I thought so actually. Headmaster. I mean, these are, a lot of these are themed. Education, The First Time We Fall in Love. This is kind of a high school theme. This one's kind of a married everyday work a day, 9 to 5 kind of thing, where he's writing about the work day and suburban life, and this one he's writing about high school and school life and kids and yeah, boy, what a great writer. All right, now we get into some stuff that we're really kind of changing the way things go here. And these are albums that I just love. Life on the Road, Mr. Big Man, Sleepwalker, Jukebox Music, Sleepless Night, Stormy Sky, Full Moon, Life Goes On, and there's a bunch of bonus tracks. I like everything on Sleepwalker. This is just a fantastic album. Originally released in '77. Did I already do that? Sorry if I did that. There's the front. I just love this album. I think one of their. I think now we're getting into a run, a string. Maybe it's their golden run of just really phenomenal albums. A lot of, not everybody's going to agree with that, and Kinks fans might not even agree with that. But I think these 3 albums. This one is Misfits. This one has "Stop Your Sobbing," I believe, and there's Misfits, and boy, I can't even see it. "A Rock and Roll Fantasy" is a great song. Celluloid Heroes, I think, is on one of these. Boy, I can't even see this because of the dark light on here. But anyway, this is a fantastic album as well. Misfits. Celluloid Heroes was on that other one. That's another thing, is that Everybody's in Showbiz album came out before Muswell Hillbillies, and it's got a bunch of songs from Muswell Hillbillies. I think it did. Maybe I'm wrong about that. So it's really nice booklets, really nice packaging on these, and like I say, a lot of these have been done again with a double disc. I don't know about these later ones. And this one's low budget. I loved this one as a kid. Attitude, Catch Me Now I'm Falling, Pressure, National Health is a great song. I Wish I Could Fly Like Superman is really funky, great rock and roll song. Low Budget is great. A little bit of emotion, Gallon of Gas. I like everything on this album. But I learned it, I got turned on to it from this album. This is just really great album. I think this ended up being, on Sea of Tranquility, Pete's #1. I can't argue with him. That's one of my top ones for sure. And this one, One for the Road, was a live album. I had this on vinyl as a kid and just wore it out. Loved it. And it has a lot of songs from Low Budget on there. National Health, and he gets the crowd really going and singing along on these too. It's got Stop Your Sobbing and Misfits from Misfits, and it's got some of the old ones like All Day and All of the Night and Victoria and You Really Got Me, and Celluloid Heroes is on this till the end of the day. But then it's got Superman, National Health, Attitude, Low Budget, which are all great songs from that last album. And I believe it was a double album. It must have been, because it's a double CD, and the CDs fit more than the albums do. Yeah, I had it on vinyl as a kid and just loved this album. Really fun. Great live album. Great rock and roll album. We're more than halfway through, folks. Bear with me. The Kinks, Give the People What They Want. Now, these I don't know as well, but I've listened to them. These are ones that I recently got acquainted with because I wanted to get their newer albums. And all I can say is, there's one I know in here pretty well, but all I can say is the ones that I've acquired recently, I like them. I can't, I thought I wouldn't. They got some really hard guitars in a lot of them. Some of them seem like almost hard rock, but they've got a lot of great songs. Every one of them. I like every album. And again, this is the reissue with you know, the remastered collection, it says, and has a couple of bonus tracks, or does it? This one doesn't look like it has any bonus tracks. And I don't know all these songs, like I say, but I do remember liking them when I listened to it. Now, this one I had as a kid on vinyl, State of Confusion, and I love this album. It's got Come Dancing, but it's got also some Don't Forget to Dance is a real pretty one. And then it's got Definite Maybe I like, Labor of Love, Property is a pretty one. It's a really depressing one about divorce and breaking up. Don't Forget to Dance, I already said, that might be my favorite. Heart of Gold is almost a country rock and roll song, which is really nice. Young Conservatives I like. Cliches of the World was the first thing that was playing when I started the video. Bernadette, B-Movies is great. I mean, I love this album. I think it is just fantastic. Especially for the later stuff. This is a great song, Picture Book. Word of Mouth, another later one. And this one has a couple of bonus tracks, and it's another one that I've acquired recently and only listened to once. I think this one might have Do It Again. Yeah, Do It Again is one that, not the Steely Dan song. And of course, this song made it into a commercial. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, these are really nice remasters. They sound great, and again, I like the songs. I just don't remember them all, you know, enough to comment much, except that I liked them. Nothing stood out as horrible to me. Think Visual, this one is not a reissue. Maybe someday I'll really dig into them and rank them. Rank just the later ones or something. Yeah, I can't rank stuff. I'm not great at that. I'm going to try probably eventually, but it's hard to rank stuff for me because I just love, when I love an artist, I love the artist. I love their whole catalog. UK Jive, another one not a remaster. I mean, there's definitely stuff that I, you know, don't like as much, or like way more, you know. But then you get to the ones that are really great, and then it's really hard to pick, you know, like between those three, Misfits, Low Budget, and Sleepwalker. It'd be hard for me to pick between those three albums, you know, to rank those three. I like all three of them a lot. And that's the same with their earlier stuff that I like so much, and the same with plenty of other bands that I like. Lost and Found, 86 to 89. This is a collection of stuff from their last few albums. It's got Think Visual, it's got UK Jive, which I just showed you. Working in the Factory is a good one. It's got Ape Man. I don't know if that's a new version or what. Got a couple of live things on it. Give the people what they want. Living on a Thin Line. The Video Shop. I think I like that one, as I recall. I think I got this one a couple summers ago in Madison, Wisconsin, or in Wisconsin when I was visiting family. We've got a couple more, and then we've got a real nice surprise at the end. Phobia, this is their last studio album that they put out. It's got one bonus track on it. I purchased it recently. This is another one that's pretty hard rocking. I did like it, and all of these have a Davies song or two on them. Almost all of them. I think all of them probably have one or two songs from Dave. Oh, that was one of the CDs that was in Jamie's. This is like a poster. Was in the Arthur or the Decline of the British Empire album. Was a Lost Dave Davies album. So that I would be interested in hearing. All right, and two more things left. We've got To the Bone. This is another one that is, it's a weird one. It's 2 CDs, and it's live, kind of acoustic, MTV Unplugged kind of feel, and it really feels great. It's got a good sound, but then it's got some rockin' stuff too, and I think some of it might even be studio. It's a double, like I think I just said that, it's a double, and I don't know what the deal is with this. It's all songs. There might be a couple of a new song or two, like To the Bone, I think is actually one of the songs. Yeah, To the Bone. Animal might be new. But basically it's just a bunch of their their songs redone. kind of like the Rolling Stones did with Stripped. You know, some of these I think are live, and some of these I think are in the studio. Some are acoustic, some are electric, and pretty rockin'. So some are definitely live. Anyway, this is wonderful, as I recall. I like a lot of it. And the last thing, I think I got this year, the picture book, the big massive Kinks box set, which also has lots of unreleased stuff on it, if you can believe that. So this has 6 CDs. Look how many songs on those CDs. I mean, just nuts how prolific this guy was. And of course, many of these are ones we already know, you know, lots of hits and lots of album tracks, and you know, it's a very comprehensive career spanning collection that is excellent. I have listened to every CD on here, like them all. And then they just sit in here, you know, like this, typical long box set. And they're pretty simple. Disc 1 there. A lot of songs. What is it, 30, probably 33 songs. But they have, there's a lot of unreleased songs on here as well. See My Friends, that's volume 1. Suzanne Is Still Alive, it looks like, is what volume 2 is called. On these little inserts, I don't think are anything. I think there might even be one page, not a, oh no, they are a fold out, but there's, yeah, just nothing worth showing. This is State of Confusion, the title track from State of Confusion. 3 is called Drivin', or I don't know if that's really what they meant, but I just noticed they all have song titles on the front. And I don't know how many songs on here are unreleased, but I believe it's a good number. Maybe I'll check that out before we go. Supersonic Rocket Ship, another Kinks song. And then track CD5 says Rock and Roll Fantasy. I think that's what I call my meeting famous rock stars photo album on Facebook. Pictures of me meeting some of my favorite rock stars. Never met Ray Davies though. Never even seen them. Come Dancing, this one's called. Never seen the Kinks or Ray. I saw Dave Davies. I actually at Bumbershoot years ago. It was not good. My buddy and I walked out after like a song and a half, I think. He just looked terrible and it sounded terrible, and which was sad because I love Dave Davies and I love Ray Davies. I wonder if there's anywhere where we can quickly and easily find out how many of these tracks are unreleased. How many are just all tracks stereo unless indicated as mono. Yeah, there's no little stars next to things. I guess I probably have to read the whole book and really study this thing. You'd think at the end of the CDs there might be some little asterisks that say, you know, asterisk means it's an unreleased bonus track or whatever. But anyway, there are a lot of unreleased tracks on this. You can Google that, I'm sure. Yeah, or Amazon it, whatever. That's it, folks. That was a long video. Thanks for sticking with me if you did. And thanks for sticking with me as long as you did if you didn't. Please subscribe, please like, please comment. Love to hear your thoughts on the Kinks, one of the great British invasion bands and just one of the great rock bands of all time, rock and roll bands. Okay, thanks. Have a great day. Bye.